Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. On this auspicious day of Shri Krishna Janmashtami, the birth of one of the most extraordinary personalities to have ever walked on this earth, let us remember not just the divinity of Krishna, but his humanity, his brilliance, and his eternal teachings. When we look at history, we see countless great men and women. Each of them stood tall in one domain of life. The Buddha was a philosopher who dedicated himself entirely to ending suffering. Arjuna was a warrior who lived and died by his bow. Lord Rama was a man of unshakable principles who built his entire life on one dharma. But Krishna is different. He is not confined to one dimension. He is not a single note. He is the whole symphony. He is a child full of mischief, a brother full of love, a friend who never abandons, a warrior who cannot be defeated, a lover who redefined devotion, a king who built civilizations, a philosopher who revealed the secret of existence, and the one and only who declared with authority, I am God. No one else in history ever lived life in such completeness. The story of Krishna begins not in joy, but in tragedy. Even before he was born, his death was being plotted. His uncle Kansa, a ruthless tyrant, heard a prophecy that Devaki's eighth son would kill him. So Kansa imprisoned his own sister Devaki and her husband Vasudeva. And it was in this dark prison, at midnight, amidst heavy rain, thunder and storm, that Krishna was born. The chains fell loose, the guards fell asleep, the prison gates opened. Vasudeva carried the newborn across the Yamuna river to safety, where Yashoda and Nanda became his foster parents. Krishna's life begins with danger, separation, and miracle. He did not come into this world in comfort, he came in struggle. And from that very first moment, his life became a message. Even in the darkest night, light will find its way. As a child, Krishna was no ordinary boy. He was naughty, playful, and mischievous. He would steal butter from every house, tease the village girls, and dance with unshakable joy. People often complained to Yashoda about his mischief. But behind the mischief, there was always a lesson. When he stole butter, it was not greed. It was to teach that the sweetness of life is in sharing, not hoarding. When he teased the gopis, it was not arrogance. It was to show that love must be playful, free, and fearless. When he stole the clothes of women bathing in the river, it wasn't humiliation. It was to teach them dignity and caution, that a woman's honor must always be protected. And of course, there were miracles. Once when Yashoda scolded him and asked him to open his mouth, she saw entire universe inside, the stars, the planets, the oceans, the mountains. The message was clear. The whole cosmos resided in this small child. Even as a boy, Krishna was both the simplest child and the infinite existence itself. As Krishna grew, so did his role in the world. His love for Radha became eternal. Radha and Krishna's bond was not ordinary romance. It was a symbol of highest love, where the self disappears and only devotion remains. Radha was not just a lover. She was the embodiment of bhakti, pure devotion. But Krishna was not born by one role. He grew into a protector and leader. He killed his tyrant uncle Kansa, fulfilling the prophecy, and freed Mathura from his cruelty. But Krishna did not stop there. He became a king, a statesman, an engineer who built the magnificent city of Dwaraka in the sea. He was a visionary ruler who taught people to worship nature scientifically. Celebrating Govardhan Puja, he replaced animal sacrifice with gratitude to mountains, rivers, and cows. He was centuries ahead of his time. But the greatest role of Krishna was yet to come. Mahabharata, the most defining epic of mankind. In this great conflict of dharma versus adharma, Krishna stood as the guiding force of the Pandavas. He did not fight with weapons. He did not take up arms. Yet, his presence shaped the entire war. He became Arjuna's charioteer, his friend, his guide, and when Arjuna was paralyzed with doubt, unable to fight his own family, Krishna revealed to him the Bhagavad Gita, the greatest philosophy of life ever spoken. In the Gita, Krishna taught, life is duty, not escape. True dharma is action without selfishness. Cheating the cheater is not sin, it is justice. The soul is eternal, beyond birth and death. and above all, surrender everything to God, for He alone is the ultimate truth. These teachings are not bound by religion, they are universal. They are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Krishna also showed that compassion must have strength. He forgave when he could, but when evil crossed its limits, he struck without mercy. He killed Shishupala after forgiving him 100 times, showing that patience has boundaries and justice must prevail. He rescued Draupadi when she was humiliated, showing that a true friend never abandons. And without even lifting a weapon, Krishna ensured the victory of Dharma. What makes Krishna unique is that he lived life in its totality. He was a philosopher like Buddha, but not detached from the world. He was a warrior like Arjuna, but not born to violence. He was principled like Rama, but not rigid. He was playful, loving, practical, philosophical, political, and divine, all at once. He is the only one in history who could say with full authority, "I am God." And not only did he say it, he justified it through his actions, his wisdom, his compassion, and his unmatched aura. Even today, whether you see Krishna as a real person or as a divine myth, his life is a treasure of wisdom. Every event in his story teaches us something profound about living, loving, fighting, and surrendering. For me, he is not just a story. He is my teacher, my mentor, my inspiration, my eternal guide. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.